Once upon a time, in a kingdom surrounded by vast forests and high mountains, there lived a young prince named Alaric. The kingdom was once a place of happiness and prosperity, but dark times had fallen upon it. Crops failed, rivers ran dry, and the people lived in fear and despair. One day, the royal advisors told Alaric about an ancient legend. Far beyond the kingdom, atop the highest peak of the misty mountains, lives the phoenix, a magical bird of fire and renewal. Its feather holds the power to bring peace and prosperity. But no one has ever returned from the journey to find it. Determined to save his people, Alaric set out on the dangerous quest. He packed only his courage and a few essentials, knowing the path ahead would test him like never before. Chapter 1: The Lonely Traveler. As Alaric ventured into the dense forest, he came across a tiny squirrel trapped in a hunter's net. The squirrel squeaked frantically, "Please help me. I'll do anything to repay you." Without hesitation, Alaric freed the squirrel. "Run along, little one. Be safe," he said with a kind smile. The squirrel looked at him gratefully and said, "You are brave and kind, Prince Alaric. I will remember this." Further along, Alaric reached a rushing river that seemed impossible to cross. As he pondered his next move, the ground trembled. A gentle giant appeared, his voice booming but kind. "What brings a prince to this dangerous place?" Alaric explained his quest. The giant laughed heartily and said, "Few would risk their lives for others. I will help you cross." The giant lifted Alaric onto his shoulder and waded through the deep, wild waters, placing him safely on the other side. "Thank you," Alaric said. "May your courage guide you," the giant replied. After many days of travel, Alaric finally reached the misty mountains. Climbing higher and higher, he stumbled upon a cave glowing with soft, golden light. Inside, he found an old, wise tortoise surrounded by shimmering crystals. "Who seeks the phoenix?" the tortoise asked. "I do," Alaric replied. "My people are suffering, and I must bring back the phoenix's feather to save them." The tortoise nodded slowly. "The path ahead will test your heart, young prince. Only those with true selflessness can find the phoenix." After scaling the final, steep cliffs, Alaric found himself in a clearing high above the clouds. The phoenix stood before him, its feathers blazing with fire and its eyes glowing like molten gold. "You have come far," the phoenix said, its voice echoing with power. "But tell me, Prince Alaric, why do you seek my feather?" Alaric bowed respectfully. "Not for myself," he said. "My kingdom is suffering, and I wish to help my people find peace and prosperity once more." The phoenix tilted its head, as though considering his words. "Many have come seeking my feather for greed or power. But you seek it for others. That is true selflessness. Yet, there is one final test." The phoenix raised its fiery wings, and suddenly, a vision appeared before Alaric. In the vision, his kingdom flourished, filled with joy and laughter. But Alaric was not there. "If I give you my feather," the phoenix said, "you must stay here in my sanctuary forever, never to return home. Are you willing to sacrifice your freedom for your people's happiness?" Alaric's heart ached. He longed to see his family and his people. But he knew what he had to do. "Yes," he said quietly. "If it means saving my kingdom, I will stay." The phoenix's fiery feathers dimmed, revealing a softer, golden glow. "You have passed the test," it said. "True bravery is not in fighting battles, but in making sacrifices for others."